Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So I'm here in Casper, Wyoming. I came up for a conference and my conference is over, and I decided to pay for another night for myself. The hospital paid for the one for the conference, and then I'm going to go ahead out of the business and pay for tonight in the hotel and shop all day tomorrow. Unfortunately, in Wyoming, as I said in my previous video, if you happen to have watched that, the Goodwills never have opened up past 7 again in Wyoming since COVID. So they used to be open till 9, and it helped me be able to get a lot more sourcing done in a day. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So tomorrow when I wake up, there is not a single thrift open till 9. The Goodwill opens at 9, as does the Salvation Army in town. Or actually, maybe the Salvation Army is 10 now. I've got to go back through my list. So anyway, I think there's only one thrift that opens at 9, and I can do that from 9 to 10. I'm pretty much done with the Goodwill. I think I have about 5 or 6 clothing lengths of the women's clothes. I haven't done the women's shirts, the women's dresses, the women's skirts. And I think I've done, literally the entire store. When I say I do the entire store, I don't joke. I go through every single item and touch it and look. And I went through all the men's yesterday. That's what I'm faster at and better at. And then today, thankfully, they had brought out a few new racks. They had not brought out any new carts since yesterday when I was there. And so I'm hoping tomorrow in that first hour they bring out some new stuff. But if not, I'll finish up the Goodwill and then I'll leave. And then at 10, there's some stores called Rescued Treasures. And I went there tonight for 1 hour before they closed at 6. So they close at 6 now, even though they used to stay open a lot longer. So they're only open from 10 to 6 every day. So I want to hit the one that I went to tonight, where I found the Villaware Pitzel iron. I want to go back there. I didn't even go through any clothing. The only thing I did was kind of quickly go through the hard goods because I knew I only had 1 hour. So tomorrow I'll do that. Then there is a private church thrift. I can't remember what denomination, but it looked like they had a decent amount in there. I looked through the window. I've never been there before. They're supposed to open at 11 tomorrow, and they're only open like 11 to 2. So I'm going to do that one. And then sometime tomorrow I'll get to the Salvation Army. Anyway, long story short, between the store, there are quite a few stores. I will definitely have enough to do tomorrow. I just wish I could get started at 8 like old times when, some Goodwills would even open at 8. But anyway, I'm going to have to hang out till 9. I'll go gas up my car. I'll maybe run into Walmart and get a few supplies that I need at home and just do some things like that. I'm used to getting up at 3 in the morning to go to work at my nursing job. So for me to sleep in, I'll probably sleep in till 5 or 6, which is great. That's a treat, and I'm going to do it. But I should go work out at Planet Fitness. That's what I really should do. But anyway, I probably won't because I'm on a vacation too. And so I will start shopping. I will be there at like 10 to 9 at the Goodwill and shop until everything closes at 7 tomorrow night, which I thought I had. Yeah, the Goodwill doesn't close till 7. So I will swing back around there at about 6. And so from 6 to 7, I'll swing back to the Goodwill tomorrow night and see if they put out some new carts, and then I'll go home tomorrow night. I have 2.5 hour drive to get back home to where I live in Wyoming. So it'll be a long day, so that's why I'm going to sleep in. Tonight, where I should have gone to work out because I have the Planet Fitness subscription that allows me to go work out no matter where I'm at, just because of my traveling. I travel to Denver to shop and to source, and then I travel throughout Wyoming, and wherever I'm at, for whatever reason, I try to stay an extra day or figure out a way to source. And so what I should do is be working out right now, but I'm pretty tired. I thought the conference didn't start till 9, but instead it actually started at 7:30. They had breakfast and they started making announcements, and it was really good networking for what I do in my day job. You almost have to have friends in high places to do all the research on these regulations and things. Sometimes you just can't find the answer to your question, and so you have to know who works for the CDC in Wyoming, and you have to meet them and email them and talk to them. It's the only way I can do my job. So it was a great time of meeting new people. I'm a pretty shy person, believe it or not, even though I'm here on YouTube and stuff. It's painful for me to sit at a round table across from people that I don't know and try to get to know them. I hate it with a passion. Um, it's just not my thing at all. It actually makes me nervous. But as I get older, I've gotten a lot more of a don't care attitude, and I think people see that, and so I do make friends easily. But by nature, things like that, I probably have some social anxiety. Just to have someone sitting across from me, and I don't know. It just makes me socially nervous, but I've gotten over it. I did good. I have some friends, got their emails, everything. So it went well. What I'm going to do tonight is listen to some things on YouTube. I looked on TV. There's nothing I want to watch, at least not yet. So I'm going to turn on some YouTube. Tech and Sports, I see he has a new one out tonight. Probably what I'll do is listen to clothing haul videos. I've been doing that ever since I got out of work at 5. I had my headphones on in both thrift stores, and I learned some new brands while I was walking around. And I'm going to spend about 2 to 3 hours tonight researching on eBay. I don't know if I'll do golf pants. I'm in the middle of a YouTube video. Let me see here if I can find my history. I'll tell you who it is. He has a really good golf pant video. The first 3 or 4 that I've gotten through, I had no idea of these brands. Okay, so this is a new guy to me. His name is L period ROWE and then Fisher, FISCHER. So L Row Fisher. That's his YouTube name. He has about 3,000, or no, he had 3,000 views on this one. I don't know how many subscribers he has. But anyway, it's called the Ultimate Men's Golf Pants Brands Reselling Guide. And I was playing that partly yesterday and then partly today. And the first 3 or 4 until he started mentioning Lululemon or Fabletics or whatever. I had no clue any of them, so I've really learned a lot. I probably need to go back and write them down, and it's an hour long, so I want to finish that one tonight. And then I don't know, I really need to brush up on my sandals. When I'm going through the sandals quickly, nothing looks like it's worth anything, and I know there's some really expensive sandals out there for summer. Swimsuits, I cannot tell you what brands I should be quickly looking for. I stand there when I'm in the thrift and I look up anything that's interesting, but I don't have time for that tomorrow. I need to really know my brands. So I am going to spend about 3 hours going through some kind of summer type clothing. Maybe some sports skirts, maybe some skirts, see if any of the skirts are even worth going through, what skirts are worth going through, because I only have from 9 to 7 tomorrow where there's thrifts open, so that doesn't give me much time to get as much as I possibly can. So my son texted me because we both shop. We both have a joint account. It's my account that I've had for many, many years, but he came into this part of the eBay business. He has his own eBay account, which he doesn't use anymore, but it's there if we ever needed it, and that's good. But I had a lot more feedback and a lot more time on mine, so he just came in and started listing on mine, and we split everything down the middle. So he had a good shopping day before he went to his day job. He also sells on Amazon full time. Anyway, he found a baseball glove. He said that he paid $5 for that's worth 100, and then he found a some kind of a synthesizer, and he paid $60 for that, which he never spends that much, so it must be good. It must be a really fast flip, and he said it should sell for between 2 and 300. So those are the two things he found. And then I found, what have I found? Even 8 things on this trip so far. So that's only 10 things for the last few days, and we really need about 100 items a week, at the $35, $40, $50 range. And obviously some of our things are better, like that homeschool thing I found. That's an easy 100, it looks like. My son's synthesizer is an easy couple hundred. So sometimes we go way above and beyond that, but to meet our goals, to be able to split everything down the middle and still make what we both want to make, we need to get up to where we're sourcing about 100 items a week. So I didn't tell you guys, and I don't have them here. I was in a rush to get to my conference this week. I went, last time I was in Denver, I found the Lennox Spice, little spice village, I guess it's called the Spice Village. Look that up. If you ever see the Lennox Spice Village, I don't care if it's one or if you find the whole set with the wooden rack, oh my goodness. So I found 12 of them in the box. Now, we can't sell them as new because the boxes had age damage, and when my son opened them up to take pictures, he said they were kind of dusty inside, so they hadn't been used, it didn't look like, but we aren't selling them as new anyway. I looked over that entire thrift shop in Denver. It's a new one to me. It's I'm not going to tell it because it's kind of my new honey hole thing, but anyway, I looked everywhere for the other like set of that, because I think there's 24 spice jars in the set, and I looked for the wooden rack. The wooden rack alone would be worth a lot of money, and so I looked all over, but whoever donated it just donated the 12. They were pretty much new in all the little tiny boxes, or they took the time to put them back down in the little boxes. But anyway, each one of those we priced at $50, and I've sold 2 above $40 already. I've taken some offers, so that's good. So anyway, where I was going with that is that last week I was at this one thrift store. It's a small thing. They care about the furniture. They don't care about the books and the clothes and the junk that comes out of these house buyouts. So anyway, I was in the back while they're bringing in new furniture, and they were kind of, they weren't really tossing the stuff, but they certainly were not putting any time and effort into putting that stuff out to be displayed. So I said, can I come back here and look through stuff? And they're like, oh yeah, sure. So I found a bunch of craft stuff, a bunch of, oh, what do you call it? Not dangles, oh, tassels. A bunch of upholstery trim that has the tassels, the big, thick, like real thick tassels. Might even be curtain type tassels. But anyway, I found 4 huge, heavy boxes of that. I paid $10 for all of that upholstery trim. And then I paid for the villages. Anyway, long story short, when I brought it up there, he's like, how's $25? And I said, yeah, that'll work. Because previously he had told me that just the Lennox Village was $10. And then I found all this other stuff, and he's like, just give me $25. And I'm like, okay. So I cannot wait to get back there. That's in Denver, and I will go next week back there and see what's been trucked in the back door since I've been gone. That's one of those places that someday I'm going to go to like twice a week when I can fit that in. Anyway, so the point is that we need about 100 items a week on average. Last week I found, I would say myself, 25 items, especially since we're doing the villages separate at about $50 a piece and then taking offers. So I was really happy with the volume of high-end things that I found last week. But this week's a little bit more slow going. I don't know what my son found earlier in the week, but for me so far, I've only found 8 items for the whole week. So tomorrow I'm going to hit it hard and really, really try to, I hope, at least find 10 to 20 more items tomorrow. But I'm being picky. It's paying off. Right now, I think I said this on the other video I made yesterday or a couple videos ago that we are at 16,000 for the 90 days. So that's not that good. Not for the month, for 90 days. And we've sold like 400 and some items, and we only have 320 active. So we are way overselling the number of active that we have. And as we replenish, we are selling things within days that we are finding. On the other hand, we're not coming home with huge volumes of stuff. So I think since I've been here in this town in Wyoming for my conference, when I first got here that first day before the conference ever opened, I shopped for 2 hours. And then today, I haven't had a chance in between because the conference was all day yesterday after I got here, and then all day today. Nothing was open when I went to the conference this morning. So total, I've shopped about 3.5 hours, and I found the 8 things. So to me, that's great, especially since some of them are very high value. But if you calculate that out tomorrow, if I'm even that fortunate, I might, let's see, I'm going to shop for what is 9 a.m. to 7, however many hours that is, about not quite 10 hours, then I will be fortunate if I find 15 to 20 things. So that's kind of the goal. But I really love doing it this way. Neither one of us are stressed with trying to ship orders or having a bunch of stuff that's not rotating, because we do spend so much time up front looking things up. I don't recommend it for everyone. It's going to be a long haul for my son and I to get to the amount of income that we want. And if you sell things that sell immediately, you never get that big store where you can take a week off and then just stuff still sells. I've been in that position before, and it was a great position to be in. On the other hand, I had to shuffle inventory all the time. There was always that back end things that just fell off eBay for no reason. I've had 3 to 4 to 5,000 item store before, and it's great. You can really make a huge amount of money. But my son and I are going with this approach, and we still want to grow our volume, but I want to do it by becoming an expert. I want to do it by really knowing every golf brand out there, not the golf clubs. I'm not doing that. I have sold golf clubs in the past, and I'm just not interested enough to study them. But golf pants, golf shorts, sandals, I still hope to find a volume today or tomorrow, but I want it to be of stuff that still flips good. So I think it's going to take me another year to really get to the income I want, just because I have so many areas to study. But a lot of it is just being in the store and standing there and looking things up. So anyway, guys, it is 8:29. I am going to go do 2 to 3 hours of homework here on eBay, make myself learn some new categories, so that tomorrow when I'm going through racks of clothing, that it just goes a lot faster. Pretty much on men's pants, I can go through an entire rack, and unless I really see a brand I've never seen before, I can get through that rack quick. But there are certain sections of clothing I'm not as good at the athletic pants, unless they're obviously Adidas or something like that. I'm really good at kind of knowing that looks unique or the tag is older. But I definitely, like, if I came into a tub of sandals tomorrow, which there are, I have to look, all of them up, and I don't want to waste my time doing that. So off to study for me, and I will catch you guys on another video. I'm going to be pretty busy in the next few weeks traveling and doing nursing, infection prevention, and things like that. I just happened to be at this conference, and I had some time to catch up with everybody. Please post how you're doing. I know I haven't made a video for a month or so, I think, other than this week. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye-bye.